Honestly, chat, I want you guys to honestly think about this, bro. You're born into this world without your consent. So you have absolutely no fucking say of what the fuck. Yo, you have no say. You were forced onto this planet with no say. Do you honestly, and be honest with me, chat. I know some of you niggas in this chat like to troll, but honestly like, I'm being so dead ass. Think about this. Do you honestly think that all there is in this life as a man is just to be born, go to school, and life is just about fucking as many women as possible, and just like just fuck as many women as possible, or try to manipulate women into, you know, having sex with them, or having to lie to as many women as possible, to tell as many women as possible that they're the only one, even though you know that they're not, just so you can manipulate them and play with their heart, just so you could sleep with them, to flex to your friends about how many women you have sex with, and to make as much money as possible, to do a whole bunch of nonsense. And it's like, at some point in time, you have to grow up, bro. Like, at some point in time, you have to sit back and be like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Is this all I have reduced myself to? Like, I could be working on a multi-million dollar business. I could help feed the homeless. I could help change the political environment. I could help uplift the consciousness of society. I could be someone who is a positive influence, who could be humorous, who could spread positivity in my own way, who could make money, who could show the youth that there is an alternative way, that they don't have to go down the illegal path. They don't have to do negative things in order to make it out of life. But instead, you think all there is to life is just as many women as possible? If that is you, you are no different than a wild animal. And I say this, and I want you to close your eyes and imagine what I'm about to say. If you guys know what I've said before in the streams before, there's one of the sayings of many secret societies would say to you, as above, so below, as below, so above, where the phenomena of lower planes can help us understand the phenomena of higher planes. Because nature is not just the plants that you see, nature is everything. So if it happens in a lower part of nature, it happens at a higher part of nature. I say all this to say what? If you look at wild animals, what do? They're born, they eat to survive, and whenever it's mating season, whenever it's time, whenever they get horny, they just mate. They just mate with as many mates as possible. They just mate and mate and mate and sex and sex and sex and sex until they die. And if you are smart enough, you know exactly where I'm going with this. It is my personal opinion that men who just care about sex and sex and sex and sex and sex, they can never and they will never have my utmost respect, because you are no different than a wild animal. If everything you do is just for sex, to just sleep with women, to lie and like everything you do is just for women, that means you will live and die as a man, and you will never have known what it feels like to be yourself, because you were a slave to carnal desires, and you did everything that you have ever done in your life was just to have sex with women. You would have lived and died and never known what it felt like to be yourself. And I feel like some men don't understand how serious that is, bro.